To those interested, this is my current Ultimate Vault Hunter Mode 5 playthrough with Vex. This is currently what I use to one or two shot most bosses in the game. I still haven't got the Vivisecting Knife, which at least for speeding up boss kills would be nice, but this is what I've gone through otherwise. I make sure to spec into Deadeye, and of course God Killer, just for the increased badass enemy kills, they go faster. I found this one to be nice, though of course it can be subbed out. This one's real nice for headshots with the Jacobs multiplier and critical hits spreading everywhere. The Wombo combo is superb for vile enemies. It takes out their crystals so quick and takes them down, and it's viable everywhere. I of course like sniping, so I use the Looming Truck. There's a few other sniper rifles in the game that can be substituted out. The key to the build at the moment, though, for at least for boss killing as quickly as possible, although you can sub this out for different shotguns, is the Looming Rainbow Vomit, which has the spread launcher of 23,454 per shot, and there's 5 of them damage. So when you pair this with an experimental, well, this kit gives me both Enrage and Amp the second I use it. Pair this with this grenade, which allows for a 24% chance of dealing critical damage to enemies that don't allow for it, which is nice. Pair this with 45% shotgun damage. Pair this with an amp shield that gives a 100% damage increase as long as the shield isn't damaged. And lastly, of course, gun damage 25, critical hit up by 50. So basically, you can get the gist of the build just based on this without the skill trees. You're stacking into, well, Jacob's weapons, you're aiming for critical hits, and you want to emphasize as much damage as possible with the amp damage. I can show you the tree if you like, though it isn't really super important to the build. Most of it's in green tree. Leeching Attunement and Bloodletter are basically the big keys because you want to stack bleed in addition to kinetic damage with all of the other buffs we were talking about prior. So yeah, you run down the line and you can see almost everything is tuned for high impact critical hits with kinetic damage. It's basically the gist of it. You can read over the points yourself. And then the last 5 points some of the points go into this bonus kinetic damage with guns when their skill tree is active. And then blue tree basically rounds it out where you get some health back. You could probably change up some of the green tree points here to go toward skill damage or anything toward bloodshot, something of the above. But I found this to be viable, so that's the class breakdown, and we'll get to the killing.